At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Browns, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gets this out wide to Pickett. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The Steelers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabari Zuniga drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
1st down, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Prescott now. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start... First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Browns drive about to get started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. From the 50, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watson on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first and 10, Watson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on second down, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Going to need something special here on third and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Watson. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
14, Steelers 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To try again after the sack, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hard throw, incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Returnable for Grant. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And fortune is smiling on them, no doubt. That turns into a 2-point conversion, and they extend their lead. Unreal. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Greg Newsome up to make the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Breaking through to drop him, that's Perrion Winfrey.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Faking the give. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
47. Hey, kill. 47. There you go, 47. 26.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
There you go.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take. And here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That late touchdown stretching their lead a bit further here in the 4th quarter. And Charles, this undefeated team once again looking sharp in this ball game.
And how about what they've done on offense? Because prior to this game, we didn't expect this offense to play as well as what we've seen in this one. They decided to jump out there and jump up with the rest of the team and help preserve their undefeated status.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worse with this group.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.